essentially, the dog's sense of smell is hundreds of times more sensitive than humans, and humans go through their life experiencing the world through their eyes, and to a large degree, dogs go through their life experiencing the world through their nose. So when you combine, the sense of sight with that strong sense of smell, it's a very powerful tool. And, Ralph touched on this briefly. And a lot of people think the success of the canine unit is on the dog's end of the leash, but truly it's on both ends of the leash. Canine is a very desirable place to work. We're very selective in who we take on our job, so we have, very good cops on our job in general. And then, as you would imagine, canine is a very desirable place to work. So we're very, very selective, and we really have the best of the best in canine. So a lot of their success is on the part of the police officers as well as the dogs. They have to know where to begin the search, where to look, and the dog is a tool, but that's really what it is. It's a tool. If you give a saw to someone that's not a carpenter, he's going to have, marginal results. If you give it to a master craftsman like we have in canine, you're going to get really excellent results, which is what we get here.
But what we'd like you to see is how the dog uses that fine sense of smell that the inspector had spoken of before. Some estimates are up to 1 million times more powerful than a human's sensitivity to smell. And what you'll see is, depending on where the wind is blowing, the dog is just going to use his nose. We make no noise in the box when we train this. It's just purely the human scent inside. And we build them up to the point where when they find someone, they'll indicate to that person by barking. And what we tell kids when we do demos for schools or Cub Scouts, Girl Scouts, we say the dog is telling us, hey, look, I found somebody. But in reality, what he's doing is he's barking, so that the person opens the door and allows them to attach onto a big sleeve and have a bite.